Today for math, you're going to want your whiteboards out and we're going to do a couple of story problems before we go to the worksheet. So let's go ahead and do I had 7 balls of yarn. So what are we going to do first? We're going to draw our 7 circles and I'm going to make mine like a 10 frame. I used 4 of the balls of yarn. So are we going to add more or are we going to take away? We're going to take away. We're going to show that by crossing off 4. How many balls of yarn do I still have? 3. Okay, now let's do another one. I had 4 stuffed animals. So we're going to draw our 4 circles. I got 5 more. Now, where I'm going to do, when it says more, are we crossing off or adding? We're adding. Now I'm going to make mine like a 10 frame. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Got 5 more stuffed animals. So how many stuffed animals do I have now? I have 9. Now you could go through and count all of them. Hopefully you know 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Or maybe you just know that when one spot is missing, that gives us 9. Let's do one more. I saw 6 horses on one side of the road. So we're going to draw our 6 circles. When I looked to the other side of the road, there were 4 more. When it says the word more, are we crossing off or adding? We're adding. So let's do our 4 more horses we saw. And how many horses did I see all together? I hope you can see that is a complete 10 frame. So I saw 10. If you have to count 5, 10. If you have to count them, you can count each circle. But hopefully you're starting to be able to see the 10 frames and know what the number is based on the 10 frames. All right, today you get to do more and more of your own teen number board. So again, you know your choices, but I will just remind you, they've given you the example of circles. They've done 10 plus 1 and written it in. You can also choose to do little x's, and they have to be little, or else it gets too messy. And then we can do 2 over here, and they've written the 10, and you're going to add in the 2. Now, your other option is to color. Now, remember, when you color, I'm okay if you're 10, but then remember you're 3, you've got to be really careful about coloring only 3 of those squares. And you're going to do your 10 plus 3. Now, notice here, and for the rest of it, they haven't given you the 10 to start. So you've got to write in the 10 and then write in the second number. And the first number will always be 10. And then down here, hopefully you remember from our games and different things, 14 equals 10 plus 4. And after you've done the chart up here, you could use that to help you if you needed to as well. You would come like here to the 12, and you could see 12, and then come down 10 plus 2. So then you would fill in your 2 right there. So go ahead and do this page and then send me a picture. And then let's look at our other side. So you get to do some more subtraction. So I am going to have you again just do 2 columns. So this is a column. So 1, 2, or you can do 1, 2, 1, 2. Your choice. Up on the top of the line, it's small enough numbers that you could draw your circles in. And remember, you only draw above the first number, the 2, and then the 1 tells you to cross off that 1. How many circles are we left with? 1. Remember, if you need your fingers to help you or objects, you are welcome to use any of those things, but also try to start knowing these by yourself. Now we're going to look down here at the bottom. Now, when you have teen numbers in kindergarten, the teen numbers always have a 10 plus something. So we're going to write 13 equals 10 plus, what's the other number? 3. Now, if you were asked to show this, I want you to always show it as a 10 frame and then 3 more. Okay, so go ahead and do these other two problems just with the equations, but I just want you to remember in kindergarten, it is all about the tens plus more. So go ahead and write equals and then what those two equal with tens and some more ones. I'll look forward to seeing your pictures.